common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd, father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
It is 11:11 here Central Time, and your wish has come true. We are here with the Duo Live Show. We need to discuss this rally in Bitcoin. Is the rally over? When should you be buying? Should you just be 100x long up here? We're going to discuss it. We've been dead right with stocks. Stocks continue to follow the downtrend, continue to follow Elliott Wave, but we do think we are close to at least a short-term rally. So let's discuss stocks we sold, what stocks we are buying back. And then lastly, from a news portion, Floki having a massive run. As you know, we've been talking about and trading Floki for a very long time. It is our favorite dog meme coin. Huge rally leading into a sister token launch tomorrow. I'll tell you all the details. And then lastly, I got you guys in the seed round. I got you guys in the private round. And you had a final chance in the public round of Dead Prez. Dead Prez is an online casino that is now scheduled to launch in the first week of November. Will we see a 5x, a 10x, or even a 100x? That's coming too. What do you got going on today, Todd?
Just want to jump in here and show these stocks because we gave a sell there on October 11th. We're down about 6%, coming down now where I think we're going to make some type of low here. I'm going to show the Elliott Wave, show the Wyckoff chart, and look at some stocks here for some type of rebound. So just want to get live here and show that.
Nice. I guess if you want to share me the screen, we'll go over to BeyondFOMO real quick to get a general market overview, and then we'll go to Todd for the charts.
Let's do it.
So we are here at BeyondFOMO.com. We like it better than CoinGecko. Start using it and get rewarded. Bitcoin 7-day return up 18.5%, but we are seeing it fall back below 34,000. Is it finally recoupling with stocks as we've seen a massive downtrend in stocks, or is just a cooling off period for Bitcoin? Todd will talk about that shortly. Really, Bitcoin is where you wanted your capital. Not many alts have outperformed Bitcoin on this last rally, besides a few. A couple recognizable names. We see PEPE had a big rally off the lows as they announced a massive burn. What did this do? This led a meme coin rally for a MONG coin up about 176%. We see Solana outperforming Bitcoin up about 28%. We see Floki outperforming Bitcoin up about 107%. And of course, Richard Hart's tokens have outperformed Bitcoin as well. That is Hex, that is Pulse Chain PLS, and PulseX PLSX. All up about 100% over this last 1 week period. But other than that, really being in the king was the move, as a lot of people are speculating and front running the potential launch of the Bitcoin spot ETF. Here on Learn Crypto, since day one, we have said that there's a 99% chance of a Bitcoin spot ETF occurring, but we have believed it's not going to come till January or March of 2024. Now people are speculating that it is merely days away, and they are FOMOing into Bitcoin. Todd, do you want to take a look at the Bitcoin chart? What do you think the chart is saying? And then do you have any opinion on the timing of the Bitcoin spot ETF or how that might affect what we've seen here in the short term for Bitcoin?
I mean, again, I've been not bullish on Bitcoin here for this last rally because I thought stocks were headed lower and would drag the Bitcoin down. So I've been caught a little bit off guard. I mean, we've got all our HODL positions and have traded well up to this point. But if we bring up the Bitcoin chart here below myself, you can see your technometer is 47.4. I mean, we've been showing this Wyckoff backup forever. So that was a low volume backup. So everything's cool on the accumulation. I mean, I have mentioned here in the Discord, maybe a pull back to this 32,000 level. I was hoping stocks falling here would give us that 32,000 print. I mean, stocks have been a pretty good free fall. Bitcoin's still holding up relatively well. So I don't know if stocks rally, Bitcoin will take away maybe the safety bid. Maybe that's some of it here. with interest rates perking up and all the problems we got with wars, etc. So not sure really on Bitcoin. I mean, I need an oversold technometer, some type of ABC pullback. But I think if stocks give us a bounce here, then probably that keeps Bitcoin still somewhat firm. So.
All right, let's take a look at some other things. I made a tweet yesterday, at the highs, would you be a buyer or seller of Bitcoin if it doesn't meander down to the $32,000 range? Kind of had a 50-50 reply there. So we'll see. It's like the fight game. You always have a plan until you get punched in the mouth. So people who are holding longs here, leverage longs, if Bitcoin does give us a $2,000 red candle, do you have the conviction to stay long, or do you think we'll have a bigger downturn? Stay tuned here at Learn Crypto, and we'll keep following along.
What's up, Moonshine and Zimmy, Craig? Let me take over the charts here. Let me go into the stock charts like we always do. Let's start with SPY. There's the SPY chart. Got to do a little bit of bragging. My red dot sells I've given here live. I've given it to the Discord, etc. We also had a buy on the 22nd. I didn't really pull the trigger until the 25th. 26. We're kind of probably at the same point now. We did get oversold today. First time since the red dot sell. So I've nibbled a little bit here on a couple things. And I'll be a buyer on any further weakness probably in a few more stocks. And the reason I'm doing that, if we zero in on an Elliott Wave chart, which you can see here, I've been calling this live. Really, I put it, etc. and gave it to our Discords. But you've got 5 waves down in the red. And today is the first chance of that maybe being completed, which means we could have a rally, maybe ABC back to the previous wave 4, which would be up from currently we're 413, maybe rally back to 424. There's a few ways to change this. You might want to put the wave 4 back here. Get rid of that little triangle, which I think maybe it was. Then you'd call this 5 waves down, and probably we're subdividing down, which means a little lower later today would be okay. So that's a possibility for a wave 5. But again, I think somewhere here we're coming down to oversold. You can see on the technometer back at the Wyckoff chart, lower right, 36.58, 38 is considered oversold. So again, SPY is oversold. If we go to QQQ, it isn't. Let's throw that up real quick. We're at 41.72, but actually the last low was 38.44 there. So again, I think probably QQQ is going to wrap up some type of decline here and ready to rally. A Wyckoff Wave new index that I have, which is just a little bit different from the Wyckoff Wave I always follow. But you can see here the red dot sells have been good, and we are oversold here for the green dot buy. So again, I think we're going to bounce here. With that in mind, look at TLT real quick. This has been the fly in the ointment. You can see here, problem TLT 54 in the technometer, lower right. That's back to another sell. The last 2 sells here have been definitely a short-term tops. You see the last one right up there at 88.50. So that's a little bit of a problem. So nothing's easy right here. XLE, I told you that's been my big trade before. I did move out of that, and I've nibbled on that a little bit today. I think we're doing this triangle on the XLE before higher. That could be a C-wave triangle that just ended, but you can see again lower right, right at oversold. So I think XLE is probably oversold here in some type of sideways before still higher. And GDX, I've talked about GDX maybe putting in low for a multi-month rally. You can see lower right, 39.6 on the GDX. Not oversold, but close. And WWM, a Wyckoff Wave Metals Index that I constructed. You can see on it, it is oversold the last few days, right down at 39 and change. So again, I think if you do Elliott Wave, probably we've done a 1-2. We're ready to a wave 3 up. But that's what I'm looking at right now. As actually stocks make another new low for the day. We've got NASDAQ down 254 and the S&P down 52. So definitely extending a little bit lower here on the wave 5. But like I said, I think we're still going to mop up some type of decline here later today. So I'm going to nibble on some stocks here on any more further weakness.
Also, if you want to throw them on the screen, I'll give a little bit of news regarding Floki as well as Dead Prez, and then we'll hop on to more charts. I can also show the Coinbase chart, Riot, and MicroStrategy, which are some crypto-related stocks that we were trading. We were trying to fight off the FOMO on the last rally. That was a smart move, and as they are giving back their gains. If you come over to our YouTube here or on Twitter after this live show, don't leave the live show for this. I did a quick video about real Floki Inu. Floki token is launching a sister token tomorrow, and 56% of the supply is for existing Floki holders. Simply stake your Floki, earn the new token, and we'll see if that token flourishes or if it drops. It is starting at a $50,000 market cap, so I think it has a big explosion at the beginning upon launch tomorrow. So if you can try to get an early buy-in and ride the wave up, that probably will work out. I know CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, etc. are already listing the sister token, ticker symbol TOKEN. Watch the video for more information. That token launches tomorrow. Why am I telling you about it? Because we are Floki holders and we are getting the token completely free. Also, the Dead Prez raise is over. Many of you guys in this community are already in it. If you missed it, it will be launching in the first week of November. It is starting at $125,000 market cap. I think you're going to see a 5 to 10x directly upon the listing. It's going to start at 10 cents. I see it going to 80, 90 cents, even $1 up on that first day. Now, of course, that's going to backtrack, back and fill and consolidate, but you will see a massive pump. They just finished their public round over a GemPad. The NFT mint is going live on Halloween, and then the token generation event will be going live the first week of November. So shout out to you guys who got involved in the pre-sale of Dead Prez. And if you're new to it, check it out. GambleFi is on fire. Rollbit is worth $500 million. This project is launching at $125,000. Risk to reward is looking very juicy on this one. USA token is one we will talk about and what I think is going to do very well. And then quickly before Todd takes back over the screen, here is Coinbase. We have made a fortune on it. Selling at 106, buying at 75, selling at 85, buying at 71, selling at 76. We were close to buying the dip here on Thursday, Friday. Didn't quite pull the trigger before the moonshot. But if you guys watch, I said if we break above this fib level at 82.33, we're going to see a giant green bar directly to $90. What do we see? We saw a gap to 82.33 and a giant green bar to $89.40. That's pretty damn close. Unfortunately, we missed that rally, but we didn't chase it. Well, I told everybody in Discord we're not going to chase this. We're going to have some patience. And look today, even with Bitcoin still at 34,000, Coinbase is back below our previous sell at 75.55. And now is when we have some hard decisions. Todd thinks the stock market is close to a low. We got to make a decision on whether Coinbase is going to go any lower. If Bitcoin gets us a $2,000 red bar, of course, I think we get an entry at $70 to $72 for Coinbase. But the question is if that happens. If stocks turn green and bounce, does Bitcoin catch another bid, and do we get left behind? So I'm going to try not to get greedy. It's lower than our previous sell. Our Discord will know exactly when we buy. But just understand, we are close to getting another buy on Coinbase. I think Coinbase as a platform, these crypto platforms are going to perform massively in a Bitcoin bull market. Why? Everything they do from the retail level to the institutional level is fee-based. They will make money on this market and all of its volatility. With Riot and MicroStrategy, those ones, you have a little more risk. Riot relying on profits from the mining industry, which is getting harder and harder to mine. It gets even harder after the halving in April. And then MicroStrategy is really a risk-on trade, following more with Bitcoin than stocks, basically because they own about 1% of the Bitcoin supply. So in times of Bitcoin volatility, MicroStrategy remain volatile as well. We'll keep trying to trade those, keep following along, and our Discord has been winning and winning big on all those assets. Todd, do you want to go over the MicroStrategy and Riot charts just to kind of keep the flow rolling?
Give me 1 second. I'm giving an update to our Discord.
Oh, look at that. Discord getting updates during the live show. That's what I love to see. Another one that I can talk about is yesterday. We took a 4-to-1 risk to reward trade on Atom. What that means is we can lose 4 times in a row, and as long as the 5th time is a winner, we break even on our money. We had a 2.56% stop level here with a 10.25% target. We bought here at $7.04. This morning I woke up. Atom was $7.25. Stock market looks sloppy. Bitcoin looks sloppy. So I said, you know what? Let's take the small 3% winner and then let's reset. That was the right move. As we can see, Atom has given up all the gains and is pushing towards what was our previous stop level. So another small 3% winner. We're here for the short-term trades. the long-term trades as well as the passive income, always trying to put profits back into your guys' bag. So follow along. If you want these trades in real time, join us at patreon.com/learncrypto. I'll put the link in the comment section, or check out learncrypto.io to see everything that me and Todd offer, from our free Twitter, our free YouTube, to our paid courses and our paid group. We are here for the long haul. I've been here since 2016, been here in the ups and downs, and we're trying to help you onto your financial freedom in this ever-changing crypto journey.
Let me jump in and show a few charts here. We got PEPE that, who asked for PEPE? Somebody in there, Big House. PEPE back into the accumulation range, I think. So again, that one probably is okay or in a pullback. Not one that I trade, so not looking at that one very closely. And let's go back. MicroStrategy. Again, that's one that we got to have some type of pullback here. Technometer 47 and change. It did get oversold at the exact low. We mentioned that, I think, live. Actually, last time we was here around 326. The problem is none of my other indicators were there, so I did not jump on micro. So that's one we've got, as Nick said, we got to try to re-enter here. So that's one we're going to watch. RIOT, same type of thing. On RIOT, chart definitely not as good because the general market's dragging down a few of these. So you can see RIOT really back below that important level of 1050. Technometer 48.2. So again, some pretty big volume in the last 2 days. So that chart doesn't look as well on RIOT. So I'm going to watch that one. And a couple more here real quick that people have been asking for in the Discords, etc. Let's look at Tesla real quick. Was looking for that one to get oversold. It hasn't happened. The last low, Technometer called that exact 43.3 on Tesla, and testing the lows of 3 days ago. So I do think that one probably could have a nice little bounce here. Apple, I had a sell on that one. Back there at 178.50, I believe it was. We're 166.86. Kind of breaking down. Technometer there, 43.3, not oversold. And looking a little ugly on Apple. So again, lows are maybe not in. I still think we're mopping up some lows here. And we're going to get some type of bounce. If we're in a bear market, as like Elliott Wave International, etc., thinks we are, then probably an ABC bounce back to that previous fourth wave, and then still lower. So I'll be anxious to see the SPY technometers, QQQ, and some of these if we do get a bounce, because if we get overbought quickly, then we could have some trouble still ahead in the stock market. So because interest rates just do not back up here, and you would seem to think there's some bank somewhere. There's got to be some banks having some more issues, and if that starts hitting these markets, that could cause a problem as well.
Yeah, last time the banks did have some issues, Bitcoin did catch a bid. So, you know, overall, to sum it up, we think stocks are near a low for a bounce. That bounce could be potentially short-lived, but we are looking for a discounted Bitcoin to probably take an entry. We don't need a big reset here. A 32,000 might be a good target for Bitcoin to get an entry and ride it higher. We've seen that what's going on with the wars in the world is catching the Bitcoin a bid. The speculation on a Bitcoin spot to ETF is giving a bid to Bitcoin. And historically, when we had the issue a few months back of some banks going under, Bitcoin caught a bid. So the macros are really kind of lining up for Bitcoin here, but we're not. We're having some patience. We're trying to find an entry, because the biggest thing is if you don't have a method and you're just buying on a gut instinct and emotions, you're not going to win more than you lose. So, you know, we traded a ton of Bitcoin back and forth. We missed this last rally. It is what it is. We have some hodl bags. We have conviction in our trade setups. We wait for the next setup and we take another trade. There's going to be a trade tomorrow. There's going to be a trade a week. There's going to be a trade in a decade from now. And we're here to be here for the long haul, win more than we lose, take froth out of the markets when we deem fit, and find outside opportunities in this crypto ecosystem. Here, Craig Nickham, do we know where we need to have Floki to stay? I mean, if I would have Floki in your MetaMask wallet or similar Trust Wallet, Coinbase wallet, and they are going to launch that new token on both BSC and Ethereum network. So just have it in a wallet you own, and I'm sure there will be a staking platform connected to their website. They'll make that announcement tomorrow. They said a few hours after the launch is when Floki holders can start staking to earn that new token. Bill says something somewhere is going to break. I mean, what is crazy is, at some point, easy money is going to come back to the United States because they have $33 trillion in debt. Interest rates are high. So even, paying for that debt and just maintaining it is getting more and more expensive. People are, they're going to protect against a full recession and an economy drop. So I just think there's going to be money printing. Interest rates have to come down at some point. So when does that happen? We'll see. And like Todd said, with interest rates continuing to go higher and the market conditions we have, there's probably some more banks having troubles. And it just takes one of them to break. And you kind of have a little mini domino effect where you're going to have a week, several banks go down. And we'll see what happens with the markets as well as Bitcoin.
What's up, Yannick? Tesla did not get oversold, so did not get there yet. And I'll go over Disney here in a minute. Sorry, Nick, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, Maz Cabral says, nice calls on Adam, Nick. Yeah, we took the entry on a 4-to-1 risk-to-reward ratio. We cut our profits early. Instead of taking 10% profits, we cut it at 3 just because the markets look sloppy. And so far, that's paid off. We sold at $7.25 this morning, and right now it's below $7. So we'll see. Thing could moon right here, right now. But again, profits are profits. We put another 3% in the winner, and we look for another trade setup in some of our favorite altcoins. If you want to look at Disney, go for that. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, throw it in the live chat on here or over on Twitter. If you have charts you want Todd to look at, you have news that you think we need to know about, or if you have fundamental questions, we're here to help you in both stocks and crypto. Daily updates on technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and news. We've been here for a long time. You can see I have no hair, and Todd has a lot of gray hair. So hopefully the stress is paid off with some knowledge and some historical trends.
All right, we're going to run to Disney here real quick. You can see I've showed this accumulation phase, but we are back here near the lows. I mean, again, I would give Disney a chance maybe here shortly. Might be something to try to hold longer term. It's been a dog. Technometer is down to at oversold levels, so again, could give it a chance, but that chart definitely not looking good with that 86 resistance continuing to push us down. So nothing to brag about there. And then let me go one more time. Let me go back to this SPY chart intraday. It's been, I called this on the first 5 waves down. It was so perfect. Then we had a quick ABC. So I called that live in Discord that was a red 1, 2. Then we had perfect 5 waves down again. And then we had this triangle that ended, or maybe the way I just relabeled it, where it's ABC flat. And then working on another 5 waves down here, which again, we got to maybe just had the low, maybe mop it up later today. But this will be something to watch because if 424 gives us resistance on the way back up, could be a problem. So this chart's been so solid on Elliott Wave, we're going to continue to watch that. But as you know, I own Wyckoff SMI. We are oversold. So let's see if we can bounce here soon and wait till we get overbought to turn bearish. Because again, I'm bullish on stocks here now for a bounce after picking the last 2 highs and the last low. So
Big House,
let's watch that.
Big House says, is Litecoin ready to play catch up? If you want to pull that chart up, I do know Litecoin and BNB have dropped here kind of to the previous breakout level, which normally is an area that you would want to be a buyer. But with the indecision of Bitcoin up here, obviously if Bitcoin drops, those are going to lag as well. But I guess it's a matter of magnitude and whether those can start outperforming Bitcoin here on this next market move.
I mean, there's a Litecoin chart. We had a couple close buys down there. Really had a buy on September 2nd as well, around 64. So Litecoin hasn't done much. Definitely a big underperformer. You can see the OP hitting new lows, really October 17th at that last minor low. So on a short-term basis, yeah, I was sitting here on a buy here. Could look okay. Technometer was just off, overbought on the 22nd. So Litecoin still in general just underperforming here. So nothing too exciting.
Yeah, nothing too exciting. If you want to pull up the BNB chart as well, I mentioned on Litecoin. Litecoin did already have its halving, so you kind of had to sell the news on the halving there, but realize that supply and demand, that could create a shock here for Litecoin at some point, especially with institutions are going to be able to have some access to Litecoin if Fidelity and Charles Schwab get that EDX exchange launched. But Nothing too exciting. Litecoin hasn't really been a staple in our portfolio besides a trading bag since about 2017. It's kind of been a lagger ever since, but it is still one that Todd trades very often because it is large cap. It usually gets some pretty good readings on it. And again, it's kind of backing up to the previous breakout range here, which under normal conditions is the time to start nibbling. But you are taking on some risk because if Bitcoin gives a $2,000 red bar, I think Litecoin can struggle as well.
Let me show the BNB chart. BNB, we sold that around 240 and change back in August. Again, maybe a little short-term pullback to previous resistance here. Could be a buyer for some type of rally, but we had an overbought reading just there on the 22nd again, kind of like the Litecoin chart. So these last 2 months here could be accumulation for a rally, maybe up to 266, 275 up in there, maybe before lower. But BNB again, nothing really too exciting in some of these alts at the moment. So.
And these are ones, that we did sell at higher levels, as you can see in real time at patreon.com/learncrypto, and ones that we will want to take trades on if we get a nice, easy setup in Bitcoin. We'll be grabbing BNB back. We'll be grabbing Litecoin back, looking at Solana and some of these others. But BNB and Litecoin still remain, and as well as Ethereum, still remain lower than our previous sells, even on the back of this Bitcoin rally. I really think that shows you the demand is in speculating the Bitcoin spot ETF, and that's where the money is flowing. You see that on the Bitcoin dominance chart as well. And it is starting to leak over to some alts. We've seen Chainlink, we've seen Solana, we have Loki, Atom we've made a trade on. So some of them are catching some bids, but Bitcoin is still the king so far.
I'm going to bring up Link here real quick.
Zimmy Jim says Link about to take off again, ? There you go.
There's Link. I know we showed this chart live here recently. I mean, we had that bullish divergence with the OP hitting new lows while price wasn't. Then we had the oversold technometer. That was right down there at 580. Here we are at 1048. Not much to talk about here short term. I mean, definitely a pullback to $9 is probably a buy. I'm not sure we can get that, especially not short term here with stocks looking like they want to go higher. But Link chart looking really good after that low at 580, and have to monitor that one.
Yannick says, Nick, did you touch on MONG? So a couple days ago, I was invited to a MONG Spaces. On that, they asked me what I saw in the charts for MONG. We were sitting at a $5.3 million market cap. I said the next range is to get back into the previous accumulation range of $8 to $10 million market cap. We have seen a massive rally. The high was at $11 million market cap, currently sitting at $7.5 million today. We have not really traded any of the MONG, so was projecting a rally. We got the rally. I kind of just want to stay long it. The vibe is still good. The community is still that good. And it gives me kind of 2020, 2021 SHIB vibes where you had this big run up, you had this reaccumulation, and then again, we all know what happened to meme coins in the last bull market. They actually went berserk. So staying long MONG here. It probably will pull back a little more. If Bitcoin pulls back, probably back to a $6 million market cap or something. And it hopefully continues to stair step higher. If it does get back into the double-digit millions of market caps, then maybe we'll start swing trading that position once again.
Bill Guerrero says when Litecoin goes to the moon, you know that end times have arrived. I think, Bill, from memory, you called that last one, or the last couple of times when Litecoin took off. You were in here talking about that was probably the top, and it sure was. Yeah,
historically, Litecoin is kind of the last altcoin to catch that bid. It kind of, follows through. The OGs feel comfortable. They run up Litecoin, and that's the end of a bull market. Now, does history always repeat itself? No, but it certainly rhymes. So we'll keep an eye on that.
I got you, Zimmy. We'll talk about that if it perks up. The Dow's down, NASDAQ down 255, Dow down 220, S&P down 51. So we're sitting right here at the lows. And let's see if we bounce somewhere here in the next day or two. I would think Bitcoin's sitting here just below 34,000. Like we said, we would love for stocks to be right at or near the lows. Bitcoin to finally have a little capitulation, getting us a good re-entry around 30 to 32,000. Just some kind of dip that gives us closer to an oversold on the technometer. And then we'll be picking back up Coinbase and Riot for sure. MicroStrategy is a maybe since it has ran up so much. And then obviously, like we said, Litecoin, BNB, some of these are looking pretty good, looking like they should be bought. So if Bitcoin gives them that capitulation dip, we might enter some short-term trades. I'm going to show this Bitcoin chart. You can see below my screen, but let me zoom in on that because this is Bitcoin dominance. We've showed this live for quite a while. We had that perfect backup, and here we are now at 54.15, and that's a pretty big level for Bitcoin outperformance. Obviously, that's with the Bitcoin ETF news. Everyone's going to run to Bitcoin first, and then hopefully broaden out to the alts later. But damn, that chart looks like Bitcoin is going to keep dominating. So that's just a perfect Wyckoff chart.
Yeah, I could agree that Bitcoin still gets some dominance here with the speculation around the Bitcoin spot ETF, as well as those people needing to see their investments and need to be buying Bitcoin. We don't know how much they've already bought in the dip. As far as Grayscale, they already have Bitcoin, so they don't need to buy anymore. But you do know that BlackRock said they're seeding it, which means they're buying the underlying in anticipation of it being improved. ARK and Fidelity and some of those probably got to do it as well. So we don't know how much they've already bought, when they'll start seeding it, but that's coming. As far as the Bitcoin dominance, I don't really see it going above kind of the 56 to 60% range. Obviously, that is a little bit higher. Todd thinks that if that was a backup, we could extend here. But 56 is another 2% higher. You will see a USD value increase in your alts in your portfolio. But Bitcoin, that means Bitcoin would be outperforming still. But I don't really see Bitcoin going above 60%. I really don't even see it going above 56%. So I'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, just
right now it's at 54%.
Just look at the chart. 60 would be, I would think, could be a pretty good high level. So we'll watch that as we move forward. Let me run quickly to Zcash. Zcash, Tether, Binance is the chart I got in front of us. Not much to show there. Same type of thing. Maybe accumulation, but definitely some underperformance here. So nothing crazy on Zcash, but Big House must be watching that one. That's about all I got. I'm going to stay busy here probably with stocks here. So
yeah, before we head out, shout out to the sponsor who keeps the lights on. That is Gora.io. It is a crypto oracle solution focusing on Algorand right now, but is going to expand to multi-chain very soon, going over to Ethereum, maybe a Polygon, maybe an Arbitrum. Will it compete with Chainlink? Obviously, it's got a long way to go, but if it can just take a small market share away from Chainlink, has a ton of upside potential. That is Gora token at Gora.io to learn more. Shout out. They are sponsoring Learn Crypto, but also we do have investments in Gora itself. Anything else to add there, Todd? How are we looking? Of course, if you want 24/7 access to me and Todd, join us at patreon.com/learncrypto. Go to learncrypto.io to see everything we have to offer. That is free Twitter, free YouTube, paid trading courses, paid group. It is up to you. We've been here for a long time. We're not going anywhere. We always win more than we lose. We don't win every time. We're not just putting lies out there. Everything we do is timestamped. We poop in a glass house, and we are ready to help you with all of your comments, questions, and concerns. Join us, patreon.com/learncrypto. And if you say, Nick, I don't know you yet, we need to watch some more, that's fine. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join us for daily updates right here at Learn Crypto on both technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and news of crypto and stocks.
I'm going to run a quick disclaimer since we do manage assets and give the trades, and then we're just going to follow up with the usual couple commercials. So good luck, and maybe we'll be back here tomorrow if we get some activity. Peace out.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns. Thank you.
Warren Buffett, American investor, business tycoon, and one of the wealthiest people in the world, once said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." But how is that possible? Well, knowledge is power. In 2020, it is no longer news that cryptocurrencies are the currency of the digital future. Bitcoin's stability amidst unprecedented global economic impacts from COVID-19 has proven once again that crypto is here to stay. Learning how to trade, when to trade, and where to trade crypto assets can make the difference between success and failure. At LearnCrypto.io, we offer a pathway to sustainable and lifelong wealth by helping open-minded beginners and experienced traders navigate the thin ice of the cryptocurrency markets. Live shows, interviews, coin reviews, fundamental analysis, predictive trading bots, and open chat access to a community of real traders. These are just a few of the benefits you'll receive with a membership on patreon.com/learncrypto. Sign up today if you strive to build yourself a brighter tomorrow.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.